Welcome to the Business of Soul Searching. My name is Erin, and I invite you to join me as I travel the world challenging risk takers who have soul searched and came out on the other side to tell us their incredible stories. Are you ready for this? This is Erin from the Business of Soul Searching, and I'm here with a special friend of mine, Michele from M.Visions. And we are just going to really talk about kind of her brand, business, and just her lifestyle. So I know you've been doing art for a while now, since I've known you for like 6-7 years now.
Yeah.
It's been a while. And you have been doing art, but then you decided I want to start a business and start selling art. What sparked that? Yeah, for sure.
Well, my husband, for sure. I guess, like, I do a lot. I work on a lot of pieces, and I just kind of keep them around and pretty much not show anyone, not do anything with it.
Yep.
And Ralph kind of pushed me, my husband pushed me to get my stuff out there. He's like, you could really start a business with this, you know?
Because you're talented,
He's really encouraging.
for sure. Yeah.
So that was pretty much how I got started.
Oh, is that like your balance in your marriage?
How
like
he
one
pretty
person pushes the other person?
Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
We like motivate each other. So it's pretty.
What geared you to, well, first of all, describe your art, because I almost forgot. People are listening. They're not here. So I want them to know, like, what type of...
Pretty much, I started off with abstract pieces, similar to what I have here. And that's pretty much where I've been just playing around with, like, just abstract pieces. I'm working on doing more, like, you know, still life, landscape. But abstract is where it's at for me right now.
Okay. And what does art do for you? Like, how is it therapeutic for you?
Oh, my God. It's so relaxing. It's like a getaway for me.
Okay.
Definitely a getaway. Get my self-care in, pretty much. Get away from dad and baby.
Yeah, I was going to say, and now...
It's like a whole world for me.
And so when we met years ago, we were both single. Now we're married, and you have a child. So, like you're saying, this is self-care. Okay.
For sure.
And so what are things that you've learned in regards to selling your art so far?
What have I learned in selling my art? I don't know. It's like inspiring to people.
You've connected with people like...
On different levels, yeah. I've met so many different people, that's for sure. I've met so many different interesting people, that's for sure. Just people within the arts. It's just, it helps me pretty much grow. Like, I've grown so much, meeting different people.
Do you feel like the way you do art changes when you go from just creating it to selling it?
At the moment, not so much.
Okay.
Well, I become more inspired, meeting different people. I feel like it's more encouraging. So.
Okay.
And that inspires me pretty much.
Yeah,
getting the compliments, the feedbacks, and all that.
True.
So it's pretty much a boost in my self-esteem for sure.
But you also have like this critical piece to you. You're very much like, I want things in regards to just the execution.
Perfectionist.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's another problem. I really feel like that's what held me back with showing my art. Like I'm so hard on myself pretty much.
Yeah.
Like I look at a piece and be like, this is not good. This is not good enough. It's never good enough. But then, I have people like my husband who are like,
Shout out Ralph.
Yeah. Shout out Ralph. Yeah, for sure. He definitely is very encouraging. He's like, he found my box of art. He's like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, you need to get this out there. Like, he's really encouraging, for sure.
Seriously, like, it is
awesome.
beautiful. Something that I like about it is it's simple, but it's beautiful. And I feel like that's so much you. Like, you know where to put the pop in your outfit. And by the way, folks, for people that, to my listeners, for people that, I definitely get compliments for the little makeup that I do when I randomly do makeup. And so Michele taught me that. So I feel like the things that you focus on, like it can be makeup, it can be oil painting or whatever type of art you're doing. You put your all into
acrylic, pretty much, yeah.
It's beautiful. Yes. And so, I'm glad that you started. I feel like you are hard on yourself, but that's going to be important in business. As
I
long
think
as
it's
you're
going to
like
help me.
shaping it, you know, it should be detail oriented because you don't necessarily want your brand of business to look like the next person. So I like that you cater it to you and move at your own pace. Speaking of, so you've been around, I'm sure, other artists. How do you feel like yours is different from other people?
Well, so far the artists that I know now, it's mainly Black artists. So what I notice is that it's mainly Black art. You know what I mean? And that's something that I really want to focus on as well.
I see what you're saying. Like,
you know what I
Black
mean? It's
people
like
are in
Black
the art. Okay,
exactly. And that's something that I've been working on. And that's another like insecurity of mine. I'm like, oh my God, I can't do, you know what I mean, skin tones or that's something I need to work on.
Okay.
And that's where I feel I'm the weakest. Ralph doesn't feel that way though.
Oh.
But yeah, that's where I'm like really pushing myself to for improvement.
So in the future, that's what we should look forward to. Like, are
More
you going
Afrocentric.
to? Okay. Yeah. But you're going to still stay with the app a little
Oh
bit.
yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
I
can even combine the two. Like, you know what I mean?
True. And so that's definitely what you're looking for.
Right.
And so, how do you find the time to do all this?
You know.
By the way, because I see Michele like every week, so I do know, but for people that are looking that are like, I have all these different hats that I wear, but I also am in love with art and want to make it.
Try to do my best to squeeze that in, but it really is hard. Like trying to balance everything out. Big ups to Ralph once again.
True.
Very
Some people
supportive
don't have
and very
person
exactly. I feel like you need 3 people to raise a child. 3-to-1 ratio because it's a lot of work.
Yeah,
it definitely is. It's difficult to find the time to cater to your needs to take care of yourself. I really try to squeeze it in as much as possible, but it gets hard over time. But I'll eventually get it to a nice balance.
Yeah.
Where, you know.
And you know, looking at your mother did it too, and it was sometimes like by herself, and you were stepping up and
helping out, right?
Yeah, because it does seem like it takes 3 people
it's definitely overwhelming. I stepped in and helped out with my brothers. You know, Mom would go to work early in the morning, and I would get them ready, and it was not a 1-person job. Raising children is not a 1-person job.
Yeah.
Definitely not, but...
Are you talking about sculpting, like molding, teaching type? It takes 3 people, or?
Oh no, just trying to balance life in general. Like, it just takes balancing to have having a newborn and trying to focus on yourself. It does take.
Yeah.
You know, take
Probably
the help that
than...
you can get. Take the help that you can get. Yeah, it's definitely a lot.
What did you learn from your mom's experience being different from? Because it is different how you're living compared to how your mom kind of raised you and your brothers.
My mom definitely was just a hardworking individual. I feel like she taught me to just kind of go after, just putting my all into whatever it is I'm doing. But I wish that she taught me to pretty much go after what my heart desires. Yeah, that's something that I feel like we lacked. She taught us pretty much, work.
Okay.
To like
work hard at what you want.
Putting all that effort towards what you actually want.
Yeah.
Opposed to like working for someone else. And,
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was not.
I think similar with my mom. My mom is from the generation. Your mom may be similar.
Just
I think your mom's a little bit young, like a little bit younger than my mom, but still similar generation. And they took what they could get back in the day. So that's like, that was what, they had. And my mom's definitely like, you get a job out of college or out of high school and you work that job.
That they have.
And you work.
30 years for someone else. And
definitely.
Don't go out. I mean, you're still kind of going after what you actually want, but.
Yeah.
I don't know. She didn't really view art as like, oh yeah, you're gonna make a career out of it.
Exactly. That's how my mom feels about radio, which is a type of art also. But it's all about education. Like I have to explain to her, college isn't. I don't know if it was like 300 or something, a credit. I'm like, it's a lot nowadays. Like they've raised the price and they're still not paying us enough. So that
Right.
means that Erin has to go and start a business for
In
herself
order to
to be able to even have, you know,
to live
just
financially free,
options.
pretty much too, right?
For sure. Yeah. But that's good. But she's learning through you, though.
She
That's what I
is.
think of it as.
She was surprised. She was like, "You what? You sold what painting for how much?" Like,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, she's surprised.
I
She's very
bet.
surprised.
So is she learning? Is she nervous for you with
I
this
don't
new
think
venture?
so. She hasn't really spoke upon it. So besides, just being shocked at the fact that I sold stuff. So
True.
you know what I mean? She was really, but she was so excited. I made a painting and she came and she was like, "You made that?" Like, yeah, I made that. And then she like took it and we're like, "I'm taking it home." She has it hanging in her wall,
How
on her wall.
beautiful.
Yeah. So that definitely is. It makes me really happy.
That's awesome. It's good to have like family support too. Like your friends will just gas you up because they're your friends.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
"Oh, whatever you're doing,
My
I'm
mom's
doing
opinion is
that."
like really big to me.
Yeah. Yep.
Because she's like really straightforward to me.
Yeah, true. She'll tell you.
Definitely,
It'll be
yeah.
like, that sucks. No.
So parents are good for.
True. That is awesome. So we are going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back to wrap up. And we're back. So for people that, might just be tuning in, I'm here with Michele, and she's from M.Visions. She creates art, and she was just describing her, her art and just what led to her wanting to start art and start selling it, and just a little bit about kind of her background story. So as people know who have been following me in my podcast, I do a little game so that listeners can get to know my guests a little bit more in a different way. And so I have 50 thought-provoking questions. I'm going to have Michele choose 3 different numbers, read out the question, and see how she answers. So.
Oh my god, I'm like super indecisive.
She's trying to peek
about
because we're in
things.
person. She's trying to peek at my questions. No, okay. So what's the first number? 1 through 50.
I'm gonna go with 5.
5. Ooh. Okay. What is the one thing you'd most like to change about the world?
One thing that I want to change about the world.
Only one
Violence. Oh my
Yep.
god. Yeah, definitely. If I can change one thing, that'd be just ending violence, like all over the world. Yeah.
And it's been going on for so long. Like that's how really our society began, was violence and control. And so yeah. Okay. Just in the Black community? You said all over the world.
All over the world. Yeah.
Okay.
Just violence in general.
I respect
I
that.
hate just going online and just seeing something, that's
Domestic or
right,
even genocides.
anything.
Las Vegas, like so many different
So many
places.
different things, right?
Okay. All right. Next question. Next number.
Holy crap.
1 to 50.
Crap. 47?
No, we're not doing 47. Remember, that was my practice question. I was like, you can't do that one. I didn't like that one. Yeah. All right. Next.
Crap. 7.
Okay.
I'm
Are
acting
you-
like I know these questions.
I
I'm
know.
Crap. 7.
Are you doing what you believe in, or are you settling for what you are doing?
Oh, definitely doing what I believe in,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay.
My art is just one of those things where it's like it feels good to do. It's a getaway. It's inspiring to others. It's just all around amazing to me.
Awesome.
So it's definitely not settling.
Okay. And because it's my show, I'll do like sub questions sometimes. So something that I get as a married woman is people feel like marriage is settling.
Oh no.
Do you feel that, what do you think about that?
What do I think about marriage being
And
settling?
have you gotten that? Like, oh,
I
they
haven't
think, like,
heard
when
that.
you're in
I've
a long-term
never.
relationship.
Well, I haven't heard that, and I've never heard it. Yeah, I've never heard it.
Been around too many single people.
So I've never even gave that thought.
Yep.
Like, I don't feel like marriage is settling at all.
Yeah.
No, definitely not.
It's not. I shouldn't say it's not complacent, but there's a lot of hard work that goes into it.
There is.
Like,
Trust
more
me.
than. And my parents have been married for 35 years now. Like, my whole life they've been married, and I still had
you have
no
a lot
clue
more-
how to be married to
Really?
a black man. Like,
I mean,
had no.
you've picked up some things
For
from your
sure.
parents, like.
But their generation is different. Like, the things that my mom tolerated, I don't know if I would tolerate.
Same here. When I seen my mom and my stepfather, it was
Yeah.
many things that I wouldn't tolerate. I would have been out. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No. Yeah.
And so for her, but there's like a religious aspect. So she,
Yeah.
because the Bible says and God says, she stuck around. And I'm like, okay. But that was
Pretty
her.
much being the backbone and
Yeah.
all that extra stuff. No, I
But
don't.
no, I still.
It's a balance. It takes a lot of work from both
It
both
does.
people. You know what I mean?
It does.
So it's not.
The way it was described to me, though, and I like this description, is that marriage is very much like sometimes you're going to be. Let me make sure I get these percentages right. Sometimes you're going to be doing 15%, the other person is 85, and vice versa. Like, it's
Oh, the
not
20,
always
80
100
kinda thing?
or 50-50.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it is 50-50 in the moment. Sometimes you need to carry your partner.
I mean, throughout your relationship, it's going to be up and down.
Yeah.
You know.
Agreed. It
We
will
go through
be.
our phases. You know, you could be putting in that, 20 and
For
partner's
sure.
putting in that 80.
And
you know.
that figures into entrepreneurship, because sometimes, like, my money goes to studio fees and all this other stuff, and that means that grocery-wise, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes my partner
that's
or
the partner
cleaning.
that you choose. That's the right partner that you would. I mean, I feel that way with my partner. Like, whenever I'm lacking in something, he's picking up that slack.
And if they're
that's how
not
it's supposed to
doing it,
be.
people that are listening, or if you're not able to do it, marriage is just going to intensify and stretch that out and spread you out thin. So, something important to know.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the last number?
I'll go with.
This is fun. I could do this all day. Like, ask me. No. Okay, go.
I'll go with 48.
Okay. So 48 is, what do you love? ? Have any of your recent actions openly expressed this love?
What do I love at the very moment? About myself?
Let's do that.
Or just
It
about
just says,
myself?
what do you love? That's so ambiguous.
I'm just like Wonder Woman when I need to be.
True.
Yes.
I agree.
Like, just being able to have the many hats. Like, prior to Ralph, to being in a relationship, like, I was doing it all on my own. Like, I feel like I'm that type of woman. I don't need a man.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I'm changing my own tire. I'm,
Yep.
fixing things on my own. Like, I'm super handy. Like, I don't know. I'm just amazing. all
Yeah,
around.
I like it. And I'm happy that you can say that, because sometimes, like, I think society, like, kind of pushes us into this humble role, like, as a female or as a wife, like, we need to be, like, soft and all these other things. But it's like, and sometimes I have to remind my husband, I'm like, do you know who was changing my tire, for example, before I met you?
Yeah.
Or AAA, I guess. But, I mean, there are
She's
a lot
like
of things
AAA.
that kind of, but
No,
before
right.
AAA.
Before AAA.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'm saying, I'm glad that you can say that about yourself and be confident that, you are strong, even kind of in the position that you are now. So yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I respect that. I'm
for
happy
sure,
you
for
said
sure.
that. Go you. So I guess as we wrap up, let the listeners know where they can find you.
Well, right now I have an Instagram page, which is m.visions401. I also have a page on Facebook, which you guys can go and like. It's m.visions as well, 401. Right now, that's what we have. Website's being worked on.
And they can like message you and just be like, hey, I was looking at this piece, because you post
you
pictures
can
and stuff.
DM me right now.
And
And
then
that's
you'll
where you
send
contact
them.
me, right?
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on my show.
Thank
said
you
your
for
show.
having
You made it
me.
your show, girl. Now.
Thanks again for having me.
And that concludes another exciting episode of The Business of Soul Searching. If the content discussed in this podcast interests you, please contact me at thebusinessofsoulsearching@gmail.com. Also, make sure you subscribe. And most importantly, take a calculated risk this week. Don't do it for me, do it for you.